Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to my Virgin Kitchen. Now today we are going to be making a creamy prawn pasta bake. Now this thing is cheap to make. I mean, all the ingredients cost £4 in total and it will serve 4 people. Now if you're a bit chubby like me, it might serve 2, maybe even just 1 person, but that is still going to be really good. I've just come back from a stag do in Budapest with about 13 other guys, and we went dressed there as Where's Wally / Waldo. You know what I mean by that? Like this. That's Wally, okay? So we all went there, fancy dress on the plane, and one of the guys dared me to wear the same outfit in this video. So, without further ado, here I go. Ta-da, there you go then guys, here I am, all wallied up, I've got my glasses on. Look, they're not even prescription, I promise you. You can actually see, you can put your finger through this, see, finger through that. And I've got my hat on, I've got my funky blue trousers, see that little stringy, and my stripy top. So yeah, let's get wallied up, right? I can see now. Okay, so all you need, I've got a pan of water on to boil. That is a big pan. I can't really go into how big that pan is, but it is big. It's like a cauldron, okay? We're going to need that. It's going to be, water's going to be on the boil there, nice and slow. Here's got some pasta. Now this stuff is called falafel. It looks kind of like a little bow tie that you'd wear, you know, like around there, but oh, I'm not going to use that one. Yeah, about 350 grams of that. Got 2 chunks of large bread, so 2 pieces of that, nice big slabs. 300 grams of low-fat creme fraiche, 600 grams of just frozen mixed veg, 300 grams of prawns, and this stuff is called dill. Now the lady in the supermarket said that this herb, which just doesn't really smell of anything, right? It smells of plastic and is really like rubbery. It goes really well with fish, so we're going to chuck that in there, season it with some salt and pepper, cook it up. Shouldn't take too long to prepare, just going to shove it in the oven, then you can just fall asleep for a bit, and then we can eat. So I look like a wally, let's get cooking. Right here then guys, so the water finished boiling, and in there you can see the pasta's probably swimming right at the bottom of that there. So that's being cooked to packet instructions, which is about 12 to 13 minutes. Right at the end, it's such a big pan, we can't leave it on its own. We're going to chuck in the mixed veg with it as well, okay? So that's just going to literally do its thing. What I've got here is some melted butter, which from an angle like that, just if I go like that, looks like a big fried egg, but that is melted butter, okay? So what we're going to do is mix that melted butter with our bread. Now I'm not just going to chuck that in there and soak it up, I'm going to chuck it in this chopper like this, which for this video we'll call a wally chopper, okay? A wally chopper. So you're just going to chuck your bread in there a bit at a time and just make breadcrumbs, easy peasy. Or if you've got a knife, just, you know, go hardcore, you know, like oriental style. But I've done that with my dill, which has now been cut up nice and fine. Smells a bit herbier than before, not so much plasticky. In fact, it feels like I'm playing football out on the grass, or soccer if you're American. You know, it's all that nice smell. So what you need to do guys is just basically follow what I'm doing. Get your breadcrumbs made, and it's all going to come together very soon. Okay then guys, there is a bowl full of breadcrumbs there with my wooden spoon. I've got a clump of these dill bits, I'm just going to sprinkle that in. Oh, just dollop that last bit anyway. And I'm going to get my butter and just pour that in with it, okay? Now what we want to do is give that a blooming good stir around with a wooden spoon, okay? Just give that a, you know, real good stir around, and that'll be your breadcrumbs all done, and they'll get chucked on at the end. So I've still got plenty of dill left, and my creme fraiche. Pasta is nearly there, and it's coming together, guys. Woo! Okay guys, so I've done my breadcrumbs. That's what it's looked like, if you can see that. They're nice and golden brown. Dill's all mixed in, nice and good. So I'm getting my bag of mixed veg now. Just pouring that in with the pasta. So I've used about 2/3 of that bag. That gives me 600 grams. That's just going to sit in there for about a minute, and then we're going to drain it off. And woo, we are so nearly there. Okay guys, so I've just drained off my pasta and my veg. Let's have a look. Boom, that is in there, looking nice and colourful. So what I'm going to do is grab my bag of prawns, pour them in there, get the rest of my dill, put that in there as well, and obviously still got your creme fraiche left over. This is all off the heat, by the way. Just chuck that all in with it as well. And then give it a blooming good stir around, and we can transfer it to our oven dish. Woo! Okay then people, let's have a look and see what it looks like now, right? Sorry about that, just the posh English action there. That is nice and creamy and all stirred in. That is looking good. That is why they call it creamy prawn bake now, I guess. So what we're going to do is plonk that in a dish, and then basically top it with our breadcrumbs. Preheat your gas mark to oven 4. Preheat your oven to gas mark 4. Shove it in there until about half an hour so it's nice and hot and all the breadcrumbs all gone nice and crispy and toasty, and then you can eat that bad boy. Woo! That is it, guys, there you go. That is it all packed in there, nice and flush. Look at that, can't get much more than that in there. Whoosh, there we go. Anyway, all I'm gonna do now, get the breadcrumbs and sprinkle it on top. They might mix together a bit with the butter, it might have chunked up a bit, so just make sure it's all fine so you can get it over there as much as you can. See what happens. Alrighty then guys, let's have a look at this one. That's my best Australian accent, sorry. Look at all that breadcrumbs on there. That is amazing, that's like a carpet full of breadcrumbs. You wouldn't really want that on your floor like as a carpet, but you know, it's perfect for this task. So that is going to go in your oven half an hour. Spin it around halfway through if you've got a really silly oven that only does it one side, you know, most people have. If you've got a rich one, good times. So you get it nice and brown evenly, and when it's bubbling, it's all done. So shove it in the oven and wash up if you've made a mess, because I have. I'm not going to show you it, but it is bad down here, okay? And then it's all done. Woo! Right here then guys, it's been half an hour. Let's get out of the oven and see what it looks like. It smells good in here actually. Very nice. There we go then guys, you can see all the breadcrumbs are all nice and golden brown. It smells amazing in here, it's all bubbling underneath. Everyone's happy, you know. What I'm going to do, I'm not going to give you the pleasure of watching me eat that this time. I'm going to wait till Mrs. Wally gets home, and that's hopefully taste amazing. But hopefully you'll agree that that does look pretty darn good, especially for so cheap, the ingredients, okay? So if I can do that, looking and dressed like where's Wally, I promise you anyone in the world can. So give it a go, let me know how you get on, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!